Welcome back, Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV. You can see the man right there on the screen. D'Mitri Emmanuel joins us now, and the news is good, big man.
Yes,
as
sir.
You found out that the waiver has been granted, I got to ask you, did your confidence that you were going to get the waiver ever waver, or did you feel good about it?
No, I felt good about it. It's one of those things. I just had to keep faith and obviously keep praying. Obviously talking to my family on a daily basis. But I always had confidence in it, so I'm glad everything came through.
It did, and I wonder a couple of things. First of all, you must love the heck out of football, buddy.
Yes. Yes.
That's
No,
a
I do.
lot of football.
Yeah, no, I do. I do love football. I just love being around the game and really just the whole environment and everything that college football can bring you, teammates, coaches, and just connections. I love it all. So that's definitely something I wanted to keep doing.
Yeah, and I get that, man, and I'm glad that you recognize it because my playing days are long ago, and I miss it even to this day because when it's
Yes,
gone,
sir.
it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
And I
nothing
got like
like
a
the
little, I
locker
got like a
room,
little
right?
taste of that. I got like a little taste of that. Obviously after the season ended and just waiting, and so I think even more of appreciation than I already had even before. So I think it all worked out for the best.
Did it give you a different perspective? Because obviously being on the sideline every day of practice, I'm at all the practices. I've seen you out there. I know you're there. Did it give you a different perspective watching either your segment group, the offensive line and Alex Atkins, or just the team as a whole?
Yeah, no, it definitely gave me a different perspective. More like just overseeing, like overlooking everything, and just taking a step back and really, seeing all the intricacies that you obviously might not see when you're out there practicing. Just seeing things from a coach's view, and it also just gave me a chance to really sit back and understand the offense, really what we're trying to accomplish, and different things that Coach Norvell and Coach Atkins are thinking. So it really helped me out tremendously. So yeah, it definitely gave me a different perspective for sure.
Yeah, I saw you helping the younger players quite a bit,
Yes,
and
sir.
and that makes me wonder: do you want to coach when your playing days are done?
I think I do. I want to be around the game. I love football, and really just the development it can bring on and off the field, especially like coming in as a young player, because I'm a completely different person and player than I was when I first came. And so for me, I think it's important just trying to teach those young guys some of the lessons that I've already learned, so they can learn them quicker and obviously develop at a higher and faster rate. But I think coaching and stuff is definitely something that I would be interested in doing. I just want to be around the game.
When you were considering where to transfer to from Charlotte, and you were looking around, who else did you look at before Florida State, or was it always just going to be Florida State because of your connection to Coach Atkins?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it was always necessarily Florida State. Really, when I hit the transfer portal, I was more so just looking for an opportunity to push myself and just a little bit different opportunity than I was in Charlotte. Like Charlotte, I had been there for a while, I had established myself, and I wouldn't say like I just felt like I had kind of almost reached my ceiling there, and so I really just wanted to looking to challenge myself and push myself, really, you know. Uh, try and go somewhere else and make an impact there. And so when I hit the transfer portal, there was a bunch of schools that actually hit me up. It was kind of a little bit like surprising for me because I didn't realize um, I just didn't really see it coming. But I think at the end of the day, with my connection with Coach Atkins playing for him at Charlotte, as a coach that I trusted and I knew very well, and I know what he's about. And obviously, when I got a chance to come to Florida State and meet Coach Norvell, it was the same thing. So I think this was really just the best fit for me, and that's why I made the decision to come to Florida State.
How has Coach Atkins changed, if he has at all, since he
Yeah.
coached you back at Charlotte?
He's the most consistent man I've been around in my life. He's the same as he was in Charlotte. I think even now it's cool seeing it because I only had him for one season at Charlotte.
Right.
So now seeing his development in the young guys, how much he pours into them, and really just because he never had like a recruiting class at Charlotte and obviously something like that. So just coming in and seeing that is really cool. Trying to just seeing his transition from where obviously where he's been and obviously he's someone that strives to be the best every day. So he hasn't changed too much. He's still gonna be hard on you. He's still gonna love you the same off the field. But when it's time to work, his business is business, and he doesn't shy away from that. So
D'Mitri, he seems universally beloved. Like, I cover college football as well as Florida State. And when you talk to people about assistant coaches and OCs and offensive line coaches, certain names get circulated quite a bit. His is always one of them. Like, he's clearly going places. He's got opportunities in his future probably to be a head coach. All of these things are true. What specifically, like you said, you only had him 1 year. Did you know instantly this is different?
Yes, I knew instantly. I knew instantly that he was different because at that time I had two O-line coaches previously before that, and I've had a new O-line coach every season.
Oh,
Every season I was at Charlotte, so I had actually 6 different O-line coaches, and so when I had Coach Atkins, I knew I had something special, and I remember when he said he told us he was going to Florida State, like I was actually kind of upset, but I was upset because I knew how much he's impacted my game at that point. And but I was also very happy for him too because I knew he deserved it. And then obviously I had 3 more coaches after that. So then I kind of just seen, okay, like Coach Atkins is a real deal. That's someone that like I needed to be around. And it's it's hard to describe. He knows how to squeeze every ounce out of each of his players with personal connection he has off the field and what he's able to do and just building our lines and keeping them strong and building depth is really incredible. It's really special. So I'm definitely blessed to have him.
You've started 38 games in your career in total. It's a massive number. So football is not foreign to you. What was it like? I saw you on Tuesday out there in full gear, ready to go day one. So
it was great. It was great. It was it was just good to be back in the mix of the team, not being on the sideline, just standing in the jersey anymore. So just being able to try and get some reps, try and get a little bit better as the spring ends. And so I think it was important for me to just get out there and just jump back in the mix of things. So it was good. Got to knock a little bit of rust off, but still, I enjoy every part of that.
As part of our show today, we're raising money for charity, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be a fun time. I'm talking to Joshua Farmer later on, and I got to point this out, man. We monitor for the website and for the radio show your battles in the trenches every day, right?
Yes,
so we give the report every day, and my colleague Tom Lang, he's charted you guys, and he's noticed that you two draw each other all the time. Like there's no matchup that's more frequent than you versus him.
Yeah.
And I think it's 50-50. It's split. He beat you, you beat him.
Yeah.
Talk to me about going up against him. And when you win that one-on-one battle, why do you win it? And when you lose it, why do you lose it?
Yeah. So I got a tremendous amount of respect for Josh. I think his story is definitely something that's special. And so when I first got here last summer, it was he was always like asking me about Charlotte and asking me about different things that I've seen in my game and stuff. And so it's definitely nice to go against him in practice because we both give each other good work. And that was a guy that I was just all last season. We was always going against pods, one-on-ones together because, like I said, he'll beat me and I'll beat him, and we'll talk about different things that he's seen or like why, different things I might have did to mess up, like overset or something like that, something he's seen in my game. So I think just through relationships on and off the field, we kind of built that connection, and we both want to get better. We both want to be really good, and so I think that's kind of why we kind of always want to go against each other or just try and work with each other. And what was the second part of that question?
When he beats you, I think you gave me the answer there. But when you beat him, when you beat him, what are you doing right?
I know someone like him. He has a very, very vicious strike. Like, so I need to make sure I get my hands inside and make sure I get my 2 feet in the ground. Yeah. So that's definitely something that that I try and focus on when I'm going against Josh. Like, I need to do those things or I'm not going to win the rep because he's very elite with his hands. Also, he's very twitch and high motor. So in pass pro, I got to make sure I'm taking a good set and staying square and getting ready for a counter move because he's just as strong, just as athletic as any of them. So, it's great battles. I love it all. Like, he's a great player and great teammate too. So.
It's a ton of fun to cover, man. We love watching it, and we sit up there at Dick Howser Stadium looking down on the field and watching that.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys get together, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. No,
So,
it's definitely a special. Because I remember my first rep against Josh was in pods during camp, and the first rep he beat me up pretty bad. So I ain't gonna lie. Like after that, like I was I definitely needed to make sure I got mine back, and then it just really just kind of went from there. We just definitely just kept working on each other, like working. So it was good. It's been good.
hey, listen, I really appreciate you hopping in here, and
Yes,
have a
sir.
good time at the spring game, and best of luck to you and year 24 of playing college football. And,
Yes, sir.
it'll be great, man, and I'm rooting for you. So I'll talk to you real soon, okay, man? Be good.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, be good. That's D'Mitri Emmanuel, and he is back playing football for Florida State. That's really good news. If he starts, fine. If he doesn't, that's fine too, because he's going to contribute in some way, shape, or form, physically, also in the locker room. He's a smart kid, and obviously, I should say he's a grown man. But I call everybody a kid these days because I'm old. But it's awesome to see that for a guy that loves football to be able to play football. And right at the outset, when we started that interview, I thought about what he was saying, because that is universally true. Any of you out there that played football, I don't care if it was Pee Wee football, high school football, college football, pro football, when you walk away from football, you miss it the rest of your life. It's unlike a lot of other sports. Now, the locker room is the locker room, the clubhouse is the clubhouse. Those are all, that stuff is true. But man, there's something about how hard football is, that you're doing that together, and then you share those moments in the locker room before you go out and beat the hell out of each other, that you look back on, it taught you a ton about physical toughness and mental toughness and commitment to yourself and to one another. So it's cool that a kid who gets it and loves it got another opportunity to play again this year. So I'm excited about that. I want to thank the Battle's End also for obviously everything they're doing for this golf tournament and the charity, the Second Harvest, but also helping us align some players for today's show. So thanks to them as well. The Jeff Cameron Show Warchant Invitational title sponsor is, in fact, the Battle's End, and we are benefiting the Second Harvest of the Big Bend. A lot of folks stepping up. They're one of them. Certainly, we want to thank them. Jeff Cameron Show 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.